Alright, boys and girls, today we're going to be going over these three mouses. So before we move forward, we're going to basically let y'all know that, or I'm going to let you know that this mouse is discontinued. So if you do try to replace it with customer support with Logitech, you won't be able to get this mouse back. So just letting y'all know. So if you do get these, try to get as many as you can. Stock up on them because they are discontinued. So let's get going. The first thing we're going to talk about is sensors. The sensors on all these are great. You're never gonna have a problem with them, but the Zowie has the most known problems compared to these three. This one, I've actually have a friend where his mouse started spinning out, like his sensor just went out, and that's probably the main problem with this mouse. Actually, it's not the main problem, but it's one of the problems. Sometimes the sensor just goes out and you have to replace it. It's always cool though. They'll hit you up quick. They'll get your replacement going, and all the customer service on both of these are really great. Now, another thing we're talking about is the cords. The cords for the Logitech are really thick, and you can feel it. And sometimes you feel like your mouse is heavy, but it's just a cord. The Zowie one is plastic. It's not that bad. The only problem is if you live somewhere where it's hot and you leave it in your car, this is going to burn. And I know because I learned this the hard way. Do not leave your mouse in the car if it's hot where you live. This stuff will melt quick. But besides that, the cord's not too bad. It's very flimsy, which I like. Some people don't like because they feel like it's gonna break faster. No, I like it because you can feel the mouse instead of the cord. And I hate when this mouse, you can feel the cord, man. But once you break it in and it starts loosening up, man, like it's perfect. So there's that. Clicks. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm gonna go through all of them real quick. So out of all these, I think this one has the best click. I know these two Logitechs right here are known to go out a lot faster than most. And this one actually went out on me. And this is my second mouse. So I've had this mouse for 2 years. Not this actual mouse. I've had this mouse for a year, but I've been playing it for 2 years. My first one, I actually broke it because I threw it towards the wall, and I regret that. But this mouse actually went out on me. The click and the right click kind of went out a little bit, but I have to press hard on this one to click, and sometimes it'll double click. So that's the only problem with this mouse. If they were to fix this, if they were to come out again and they fix this, I think this would probably be the #1 mouse for me, period, of all time. But yeah, so this one has the best click. Squirrel wheel. So I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the worst one. The best one is this one. This one definitely feels a lot better. I love this one. This is probably the best one. So if you're a huge scroll wheel guy and you use it a lot, trust me, you're gonna love this one. This one sucks, man. It feels weird. Sometimes you don't even know if you went over it. Like, it just makes noise. And this one's super quiet. It's not too bad. It's just a lot less stiff, if that makes sense. Like, when you scroll, it's really light. When you scroll on this one, you feel the steps, and I like that. Now, side buttons. So this one's stiff. This one's super deep to press in, and this one's just like it's good. This one actually has a really good click. It doesn't feel too bad, and the only problem with this one is you can't really tell if it went like say if you're not like a sound guy, like not paying attention to the clicks, and you're just relying on just pressure, you might press it and you're like, did I press it? Like, on this one, you press it because it went in deep, and this one's really stiff, so you can definitely feel the click at the end. This one's a little bit more lighter though. I would probably have to choose this one out of all these. Like, I think this one's the best one. What's the next thing we're gonna talk about? Oh yeah, just the shape of the mouse and the grip. So with these mouses, you can actually play at any type of way. You can do palm, you can do claw, you can do hybrid, you can do this if you want to play like this or something. I don't know. All these, they're really great. The only one that I would say that people have the most trouble with is this one. So this one is ambidextrous, right? That's the word. Where it's the same on both sides. So the bottom down here is smaller than the top. So if you were to put a lot of pressure, if you're the type of person who's like an angry player, I call them, where you press down hard and you grip it hard, so when you press, you really press it. So I heard people play like this, right? You see how my finger hangs off? I heard the people that started playing with this mouse, when they would press it, they seem to like lean the mouse over because they would press on it so hard. So if you can get over that stage and stop playing like that, this is gonna be a great mouse. I feel like this is probably one of the best mouses if you're like a small adjustment dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just that little small little, just that little small little, like a little centimeter adjustment. You know, if that makes sense. Like these smaller type adjustments, I think this is gonna be the best mouse for you. Definitely go for this one if you were that type of person. But yeah, the grip is weird, but what I like about it is that with this type of mouse, no matter how, like, you don't have to grip it hard. That's what I like about this mouse. That's why this mouse wins for me with form. But like I said, this one takes about a month for people to learn. This one took me a week. This one, man, it was perfect. I fell in love with it quick. But this mouse, I will say is that eventually your grip gets weird and you start playing with the grip more than often, and then you start catching yourself playing sideways with the mouse instead of it forward, and it's slippery, and you have to constantly clean this mouse up so it won't feel like that all nasty. It's a good mouse though. It's really light. Like I said, to grip this, you actually have to grip this from the very bottom, and when I mean very bottom is that your pinky literally has to be kind of falling off, like touching the mouse pad more than the mouse, and I don't like playing like that. That's the reason why this one lost compared to all these, and this one's last place because of that. Now with this one, it's perfect. As you can see, the slump on this one drops off in the middle. This one doesn't drop off to like almost towards the end. And if you're the type of person who likes that feel in the middle of your palm right here, then this is gonna be your mouse, because like this one gives you that feel too. Even though it's really small, it still puts that pressure in the middle of your palm, which is perfect. So if you want that, you're gonna want to go with these two, right? Don't go for this one. This one, it's like, it's a good mouse. I'm not hating on it. I played it for a whole year. I did great, but I feel like overall this one I was able to game with it longer. That's the whole point of this, is help you game longer. The hump is bigger, or actually not bigger, but just longer. It drops off at the end. I know I already said it like 20 times, but I feel like this is the perfect mouse out of all of them. The grip is perfect. I don't have to literally put my pinky off the edge to grip it. I can literally grip it like, I don't know if you can see, I can grip it right there, and it's perfect. It's like literally, this is literally the perfect mouse. Now I will say, if you're new and you've never really gone through a lot of set of mouses, then the best way I can explain this mouse is it's not playing with it, because I know most people have played with like the Death Adder. So if you are coming from the Death Adder and you like how the slump felt and how that grip felt, you just wanted to grip it a little bit more, then you're gonna go with this one. Because I realized most of my friends who actually play with the Death Adder, they didn't like the pressure on their palm. They said it felt like it was they didn't like that. So if you don't like that, then don't go for this one. But overall, this is my #1 mouse. If I had to choose one, it would be this one. And it has this rubber coating on the side. Like if you actually like put your nail into it, you can feel the rubber, not like crazy, but you can tell, like, you know, it's rubber, which I like about, because I've had the greasiest fingers and I played with it, and dude, and it doesn't slip. That's the problem with this one, is that even though like the way the mouse is set up, like no matter how you grip it, it won't slip. But if you have enough grease, it will eventually slip out. So I feel like if they put this texture from the side on this, oh dude, this would win all day, 100%. If they fix the mouse clicks and the sides, this mouse will win a lot. Well, that is it, guys, for the video. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe. If you ever want to come and hang out with us, we do live stream usually on the weekends for about 8 hours. So we come and talk about reviews, games. We play all kinds of games: CSGO, Fortnite, WoW, you know, the whole 9 yards, guys. We do everything. So if you are new here, make sure to subscribe. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias or talk to me any way, shape, or form like that, check out my description below. I have everything down there. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.